Michael Bosey. Welcome to my podcast. Very glad to have you here as always. And starting a new series because, well, what I see out there is that content marketing is changing. It's more accepted now. Everyone's doing it, which means that, look, some of the tried and true methods have now been established and they're well known and they're starting to atrophy. So it's not quite as easy as it once was to do content marketing because a lot of people are out there creating a lot of noise using the same tactics and strategies. So it's time for you and I to up our game. Now, you can go back to the last episode if you want to hear the why behind this, and I'll have to link for you in the show notes. But in short, we have to level up. And over the next series of episodes, I want to get into Content Marketing 201 as opposed to the 101 course, if you will. And we're going to start today by looking at your website. Now, a lot of people treat their website like it's a showroom. Get the site up, make it real pretty, and then wait for people to stop in. This is a fantasy. What you've built here is not a bakery with beautiful cupcakes in the window, and where you've set up shop is not on a bustling city street with lots of foot traffic. You're in a very different place with your site and your online store. You're on the web. You're competing for attention from two things that you and I can't compete with. Number one, some of the biggest brands and biggest media companies in the world. And these folks have a staff of thousands of people making sure that other people ignore you and pay attention to them instead. And they pay others of the biggest media companies to make sure that happens with ads. Yep, that sound you hear is the promise of the internet circling the drain. Ads. Number two, you can't compete with your friends. I mean, can your new site really compete for attention versus, what your friends are posting about this weekend's plans or their kids' latest achievements and milestones? Tough love here, right? You can't, and nor can I. People are on Facebook, Twitter, other social platforms to connect with friends. They're not necessarily interested in you or me and my business per se. And here's the thing, Zuckerberg and those who either want to be him or unseat him are going to make absolutely sure that you can't. And why? So that Zuckerberg can keep you on his stupid ad platform so he can, well, you guessed it, show you more ads. We're being used here. And you and I don't stand a chance on the web unless we get smarter about it. And there are two things that can help you carve out a space that you can actually defend in this sort of next level strategy. Number one, leaning into the people side of it and building a community. And number two, building a pathway to purchase. Now, the first one is the most difficult thing to achieve, and I won't sugarcoat this, but it's also the most valuable thing you can do because it's so difficult. And I want to devote an entire episode to this topic because I believe that it's the next wave of content marketing. I mean, aren't we tired of all the opt-in pages with lead magnets? Those PDF ebooks that we don't really want but pay for with an email address and then get spammed for days until you unsubscribe and then never actually read the ebook. This strategy is so passé. I can't stand it. And people are wise to it now. And look, I still run these, but, obviously I try to do it without the spam. I try to make a set of lessons that are going to be valuable because someone asked to be on that and be really upfront about that. Also, when I deliver some sort of ebook or some sort of thing that someone's going to download or get access to, that look, you're also signing up for a set of email lessons. And I hope, because I put a lot of effort into this, that those lessons are going to be valuable, sort of an extension of this podcast. Have an example of this at controlmousemedia.com/ebook if you want to run through it, even if you're not interested in the ebook itself, just so you can see how this works. A set of lessons, and then after about 6 emails, then I feel like, hey, look, if I provided enough value, I can make a light, soft touch sales pitch. But here's the thing. Even doing it the right way, which is what I try to do, it's still a flagging strategy. Even for me, it doesn't work as well now because, well, other marketers ruined it for the rest of us. So that means that you and I now have to get smarter about this. And that brings me to the second thing, the pathway. How can we build a pathway from virtual handshake all the way through to a purchase without relying on this lead magnet strategy that I just laid out? Again, big topic here. I'm going to devote an entire episode to that as well after I hit this, the people angle, the community angle. Now, look, if you want to get started right away, I built a course on this because I've been thinking a lot about this pathway concept. This course is specifically for writers. It's called Building Your Author Platform, Creating a Pathway to Purchase. Yes, it would work for others too, but it really is specific to writers. Left a link in the show notes, but you can find all my courses at controlmousemedia.com/courses. This thing is an hour of instruction, and it's reasonably priced so that you don't wait. You get going. If you're an author, I see this over and over again, authors, writers, folks who are trying to sell their work online and are failing because they don't have the basics down. And you got to build this pathway. Or if you're impatient like I am, book a session with me. We'll sit down one-on-one, go through your strategy. You can ask me whatever you want about your strategy. Just do this at controlmousemedia.com/strategy. Link is in the show notes for you for your convenience. All right. Next up, like I said, those big topics, talking about going beyond traffic and really leaning into the human element and then building that pathway. Subscribe. I'll notify you via email. Look, my email list, as you might imagine, no spam. It's just a feed to notify you. You get to choose what you want and the frequency because that is how it should be. It's your inbox, not mine. You should get to choose. So I try to do this like everything that I try to teach in this podcast to my clients, to my students. We do everything in our marketing with a sense of respect for the people whom we're marketing to. It's really that simple. All right, I'm going to step down from my soapbox now and let you get on with your day, and we'll leave you with a big, heartfelt thank you for listening, and I hope that you got something out of this. We'll see you on the next episode.